All right, let's talk about one of the most powerful tools you can use to take control of your financial future: a zero based budget. Sounds too good to be true, right? Trust me, I get it. When I first heard about it, I thought, no way, this is going to be complicated. But let me tell you, this simple system is exactly what you need to go from living paycheck to paycheck to living on your terms. Imagine being able to save more, pay off debt faster, and actually know where your money's going every single month. That, my friend, is what a zero based budget can do for you. Stick around to find out how to make it work for you and why it's so much easier than you think. Hook. Quick cut to, but here's the thing. If you're not doing this one thing with your money, you're losing out on hundreds, even thousands of dollars every year. And no, it's not a secret investment strategy. Quick cut back to you with a smirk. Act 1. The problem. Why budgeting feels impossible. 030 to 300. Yureishin. Let's be real. Budgeting can feel like a burden, like you're constantly fighting against yourself. You sit down with good intentions, create a spreadsheet or open an app, and then 2 weeks later, you're right back where you started. Why? Because most budgeting systems don't work for your lifestyle. You end up overspending, cutting corners, and, let's be honest, just plain giving up. But here's where the zero-based budgeting system comes in. Zero-based budgeting forces you to treat every dollar you earn like it's an employee. And here's the catch. Each dollar has a job to do. If your dollars aren't working, you're wasting them. Cut to a funny meme or image of a messy office with disorganized papers. You know that feeling when you're trying to get things organized, but it just feels like chaos? That's how most of us feel about our finances. But a zero-based budget turns that chaos into control. Act 2. The solution. How to start a zero-based budget. 3 to 630. Yuosaisu. So let's break it down. How do you actually start a zero-based budget? First things first. This is all about allocation, giving every single dollar a purpose before the month even starts. This is where you tell your money exactly where to go. Screen overlay showing the budgeting steps. Step 1. List your income. Step 1 is easy. List all sources of income, whether it's your job, side hustle, passive income, whatever. If you're making $2,000 a month from your job and $500 from a side gig, write that down. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, but I don't have a steady paycheck. No problem. Just estimate what you're bringing in based on averages. The goal is to plan based on what you usually earn. Cut to you holding up a calculator. Here's a little secret. Even if you have unpredictable income, you can still get started with a zero-based budget. You just need to adjust and allocate your money based on your lowest month and save the rest for leaner months. Step 2. List all expenses. Now, step 2 is where the magic happens. List out every expense down to the last dollar. Rent, utilities, food, transportation, and yes, even that daily $5 coffee run. We're not judging, but we're tracking. It's all about honesty here. If you're spending more on takeout than you care to admit, write it down. Don't worry, you'll thank me later. Cut 2. Screen showing typical monthly expenses. Rent, utilities, groceries, entertainment, etc. UI. And here's where it gets exciting. Once you've listed everything, subtract those expenses from your total income. That number should be zero. Every single dollar is accounted for. Zero-based budgeting doesn't mean you're cutting out the fun stuff. It just means you're making sure every dollar has a job. You decide where your money goes, instead of letting your money decide for you. Act 3. The transformation. Living a wealthy lifestyle with zero-based budgeting. 6:30 to 9. You. So, why does all this matter? Think about this. How much do you think you're leaving on the table right now by not having a plan for your money? If you're like most people, probably a lot more than you realize. When you don't have a clear plan, when every dollar isn't working for you, those little leaks add up over time. But the moment you start assigning every dollar a job, your mindset shifts. It's not about limiting yourself, it's about empowering yourself to make the most of what you've got. You'll know exactly where your money's going, you'll save more, and get this, you'll stop wasting money on things that don't matter. Cut to a graph showing the compound effects of saving money regularly over time.